Okay, Capricorn, welcome into your video. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, we're going to do mid-April because why not? There's a stellium in Aries happening. But the planets are going absolute batshit up there. No, they're all basically drunk, having fun on all our behalfs, the whole collective. So with that said, it is a very how can I say this? A aggressive, moving forward kind of energy. All right. And your ruling planet happens to be there right now in Aries. So they partying over there with everybody else. So what's the situation for Capricorn mid-April? You're holding on to something, someone. You're also kind of texting each other, I believe, or at least you're trying to. And some of you are not getting any success out of this. Ooh, what is that? So, here we go. Sorry, I was just getting some downloads going on in my head. Holding on to somebody, Four of Pentacles. You're texting them. Or you're sending some kind of smoke signal to no avail. It's not working. There's a lack of recognition or coming forward. So now you're forcing yourselves to go internal, retract your energy to make a wise decision. My wrist, it's fine. It's just sometimes from like doing this all the time, I get a little like my wrist is now starting to get carpal tunnel. What's coming in towards my Cappies, please? A lot of you are struggling to go with the flow. Guys, let this happen. Chiron, by the way, also in Aries, where Chiron was bothering all the cardinal signs, okay? You included and all the other three. And it was giving you nothing but life lessons the last 12 years. Up, down, challenges, left, right. And you superseded them, Capricorn. You've been there. You went through hell. You did all of that shit. Right? And now you're getting rewarded. So if things are canceling out of your life, if things are being dismissed, they're actually for your betterment. It is because you have learned those lessons. You have passed that baton on to others. See, you're struggling to move forward. The universe is trying to throw some abundance your way, but you're kind of like going against the grain. It's kind of like, when an airplane flies, let's say from the United States to Europe, it gets there in like, let's just pick, I don't know, who should we, Italy or something, right? It takes what, 9 hours to get there, 9 hours to get there. It goes with the jet stream, goes with the flow, goes with the gravity of the earth. But when it comes back to the United States, it takes an hour longer. It goes against the jet stream because it's forcing itself against something that is not its natural current. All right, this is what you're doing. You're going against the natural current, and the universe is trying to give you something. You will get there. You will take this risk and leave. All right? You will do that. Now, let me see. But I don't know if you're just leaving everything and everyone, a lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, all of it, and you're just taking some risk and you're just going to be like, fuck it, I'll just start from scratch. Or it's one person in particular. What's the surprise of the week here for Capricorns? Some of you, if this is a job, you're holding on to a job that's no longer rewarding you. And you keep trying to send like emails or messages and they're not validating you. Look at this, Page of Wands in reverse. You lack, or again, this is like one version of you trying not to be curious about something or excited about something or look into something new or look at new adventure. That's going to change because, like I said, your planet is in Aries and Aries rules the first house. It's about yourself, your wish fulfillments, your desires, where are you headed, and it's going to push you in that direction. Granted, you might think you want the old stuff. Those were only life lessons. What's coming ahead of you is the new prosperous stuff, but you got to learn how to accept it, right? Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. I see a lot of heavy Aries energy here with the Page of Wands and this Emperor here. Doesn't have to be. Maybe they just got Aries in their chart, or maybe it's just the Aries stellium I'm looking at. But you're sort of just bunting it. What is the advice here for Capricorn? Please don't. Because whatever you plan, you plot, you lock in, and you do will be something that will come to you for the next 30 years. So make sure you know what you want that you're doing this week, okay? Ten of Swords, you had an ending. Somebody broke up with you, or you broke up with them, or you ended it sharply, or they ended it sharply. This person wasn't emotionally available. Guys, here's your advice. Stop being with people who are not emotionally available to you or for you. Ten of Swords, it was an ending. Onward, upward. How many daggers do you need in there? You on the phone over there? I hope you're looking into your future. Because you need to come right back to your stability. You're nurturing, you're kind, and honestly, that's how every earth sign person is looked at. Kind, caring, nurture underlined, right? You take care of business, you take care of all people involved, but most of all, you not only bring stability to yourself, you bring stability to everybody in your world, in your environment. Don't forget that about yourselves, and you need to do that for you right now. So some of you who could be single with children or whatever, you need to consolidate that shit right now for you. Something has ended. Someone wasn't emotionally available for you. You need to say goodbye. They need to go off and do their homework, figure their shit out, and come back when they're ready, good and ready. And when they come back, they better come back correct, because that's how you need to be right now, Capricorn, okay? Rock steady. If it's not a hell yeah, it's a hell fucking no. What is the outcome of the week? And I need you guys to boost your confidence, because what makes you think you don't deserve that? The Emperor's there. Some of you could be dealing with an authority figure, like your boss, like a parent, like a father. Some of you, this could be an Aries person. You're resisting them. You're also being very defensive. Simultaneously, you're just moving forward slowly and cautiously, and you're doing that wonderful Capricorn thing that you do, which always makes you golden. All right? Slow and steady wins the race. You know why slow and steady wins the race? Because you take 2 steps forward, possibly 1 step back, and then you see if all is good, then you go forward. It's kind of like, okay, I'm paving my future, and I'm paving it with gold. But let me take a step back, let for it to dry so it can sediment, and I know it's solid, then I'll go forward again. Do you understand? It also gives you the opportunity to look around and see if there's any flying projectiles or anything bad coming your way, so you can nip it in the bud. All right? So, there is somebody coming in that feels mutual love for you. This is a newer person, but this also feels like a soulmate, so it doesn't really necessarily need to be new. It's about this person recognizing that. Let's start clarifying these cards and see what's going on here for Capricorn. Why? Let's get into the spirit. The 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the 6 of Wands in reverse. Marriage, commitment, major commitment. You're holding on to somebody that you were committed to. You're trying to resurrect perhaps. Maybe you are, I don't know, but I see you trying to contact them or communicate with them. Three of Swords in reverse. Holy mother, my wrist hurts. 2 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. And there you are, my lovelies. The Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So yes, this very much is you trying to communicate here with somebody you're holding on to that you could have had a marriage or a commitment with. You're trying to heal, get closure if possible, and move on into your future with the 2 of Wands. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you do want your stability. You do want your structure. And you know that you can't have like this person driving you crazy. You know you need your inner peace. So what is the Wheel of Fortune in cross here for Cappies, please? I think by tomorrow, there'll also be a Capricorn reading in TikTok if you guys are interested in more Capricorn readings. See, something did end. It's trying to transition. The universe is trying to transition it for you. See, when we get death cards, well, they're in the clarifier. And the Eight of Pentacles, you're still trying to work at something. You're still trying to make it work. This thing that's fallen apart or died. And the universe is like, when we do things like this for you, Capricorn, they're your blessings in disguise. Because you're embarking on some new path, some new future, some new journey. And on that path, on that journey, they want to bring you other blessings that will elevate you, help you grow so you do not stagnate, right? See, death, also Scorpio, card, Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius. Death also talks about transition. It talks about a metamorphosis. It talks about you're not the worm in a cocoon anymore. We're trying to help you become a butterfly. Why are you trying to keep yourself in the cocoon still? Because you're going against the grain. I don't want you to do this. Even if your past is meant to come back to you, even if your ex is meant to come back, like I said, they got to come in correct. They got to go off and they need to do their own metamorphosis and see this shit for themselves and see how they fucked up and come back correct. It's necessary. It's absolutely necessary for a future healthy relationship. And you need to move on right now for the betterment of you and your surrounding environment. I hope that makes sense, because look what's trying to come in. The Two of Cups, mutual love, which, by the way, is what's going to bring in your happiness, the Sun, where you will feel vindicated and validated, where your inner peace and stress and anxiety will go away. You can't focus on this shit. They might come back temporarily and you'll feel good, but it'll be temporary. Like I said, what you need is for somebody to come back correct, because I could see you waiting for them to do something here. All right, Page of Wands in reverse. What is this? Man, Capricorn, you did the heavy lifting. You did all the work. Why do you want to do it again? Somebody else got to do it now. Let them go see what they're missing. Let them go out there and find better. Let them go out there and find more. They won't. That's the point. Ace of Swords, having that honest conversation and putting all your cards on the table. Again, Three of Wands, you're still waiting, struggling to let go this burden. This thing is a burden. You have somehow been released from this person, right? So you kind of, because how crazy is this? Those of you who know me, I use 2 decks for this particular reason. All right, you have the Page of Wands in reverse. At the bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands upright. Falling in the same position, pretty damn rare. One is inverted though, and the other one's upright. It's telling you, finally, you're going to change. You're going to get curious. You're going to be like, okay, wait a minute. Maybe I should get excited about my future. Maybe there is something cool right around the corner or the bend. And right now, maybe I am free to see what I can do. Because I do see a passionate new beginning coming in. All right. What is the Ten of Swords and the King of Cups in reverse? Ugh, your person was a little dead inside or had some kind of work they needed to do on themselves. Still do. Because this King of Cups in reverse. No heart. You need to stay focused on your agenda. If you're a person who wants to get married, settle down, and have this particular life, stay on track, because you will attract that partner that wants the same thing as you do. End of. There's no more waiting around for mixed signals. That's not for you anymore. You have shit ton of blessings coming in, Capricorn. Let it come in. I'm telling you right now, there are 4 signs out there that are gonna go through the ringer. They'll have good days, they'll have bad days. They're gonna go through the ringer. So if you're getting rerouted to another person, to another life, I suggest you go with the jet stream. All right, because it's saying stay focused, stay on path, stay on agenda, regardless of the negative and the positive crap happening in your life. All right. Someone's going to rush in and give you pause to think. What is the outcome over here? 7. You got an interesting week, because this is like a little bit of a seesaw situation. 7 of Wands and the Emperor here for Capricorn. The World, that's a wrap. If you're resisting them, ask yourself why you're doing that. Or if you need to defend yourself, ask yourself, why are you doing that? Why does this person make you feel like you need to? Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it requires pushing back. It does. I think that's kind of what you do. I think you kind of like push back, hold back to see what they do. But that chapter has finished. It just requires a judgment call from you. So, let me see what we're going to talk about for love. And, you know, maybe I might throw out an extra question in the extended and ask, besides your person, who else or what else is coming at you in regards to love? Capricorn. This is so apropos. Can't even. Free yourself. It's telling you you're this gorgeous unicorn and you're locked up in a pen. And this is the universe trying to tell you, do you know what amazing qualities you must have that the universe doesn't have access to you? Like all these people, this whole society as a whole does not have access to you because you've locked yourself in, penned up, waiting for one other particular individual. I don't care what the past had for you. It could have been wonderful. It probably was amazing. It was nice what you built and you had. But now it's changed you. They've changed, or maybe they haven't. But it requires you to be free now. We'll see more. Is there a vice that Capricorn needs to stop? I pull this for every sign. Please take it with a grain of salt. Don't feel like I'm outing you or calling you out or being insulting. They're meant to just give you a little tiny touch of truth. But laugh with it. Capricorn. God, you should see the ones when I pull for myself. Convincing yourself it's fine. Well, hello. Denial, emotional suppression. Totally fine. It's totally fine. You have amazing stuff coming in. Free yourself. All right, guys. That's what I have for you. Please leave me your comments down below. And I will catch you guys next week. Members, I'll see you over at the extended.